I want to tell you about the saddest Good Friday that I have ever experienced in my entire life. It happened when I was in Detroit, and me and some of the other seminarians from the Companions of the Cross, we were outside of a local abortion clinic. And we were there that day to try and convince some of the women scheduled that day to change their minds so that they could choose life for their baby. Now, despite all of our efforts, no one was changing their mind. We had a couple false hopes. Once a lady went back to her car and we thought she was going to drive away. We had saved someone, but she was just going to get her water bottle to bring back into the clinic. At another point, a car showed up with a rosary hanging from the dashboard, and we thought reinforcements have come. Someone has come to help us pray. But it was just a Catholic woman coming for an abortion. And so it was really depressing, really sad. And I couldn't help but see the irony of what was going down because it was on Good Friday. Good Friday, of course, is this day when we as Christians remember Jesus' death on the cross. And we couldn't help but notice how there was some similarities between what we were experiencing and what was experienced on that first Good Friday. Because Jesus was unjustly sentenced to die, even though he had done no crime. And these babies were being brought there, scheduled to die, even though they were innocent of any crime. Jesus was abandoned by those who he loved the most in the world. They left him alone, just as these babies were abandoned by their own parents, who should have loved them more than anyone else in the world. They were abandoned to death at that clinic that day. We, the seminarians, we were watching and we felt powerless. There was nothing we could do to stop the violence. Just like Mary and the disciples at the foot of the cross were helpless, powerless in the face of Jesus' death. And then when a medical truck showed up to the parking lot to empty the dumpster of the broken bodies of the babies that had been killed that day, that had been tossed away like garbage and used as medical waste, we felt like Jesus' body was being taken down from the cross and put into his mother's arms. It was incredibly sad and depressing. But we know that the story doesn't end at Good Friday, right? Jesus rises again on the third day. And so I have hope that one day we will live in a country that values human life from conception to natural death, because death does not have the final say, because Jesus is alive.